Well, hello there people, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm not going to show you anything engine related, even though it's starting to look really nice now and it actually works very nice as well. But in this video I wanted to show you my new stereo system in my Ford Sierra RS Cosworth. And if you follow what I do here on my channel, you know that my car used to be somewhat of a track car and all its stereo related equipment was removed, at least when it comes to speakers. The speaker wires were still intact in the car, but I couldn't figure out how it was all connected. It had like 3 wires to each speaker, and it seems like it had maybe an amplifier or something from when it was new. So anyways, replacing old wires with new ones is a no-brainer, so I decided to put up new speaker wires to all 4 corners, and I used like proper fiber electrical tape to tape up every new addition wire to the car so it would look a bit more original. And that leads me to the crown jewel of this stereo build, which is the most important thing to me was to get a head unit that looks not just original, but it looks like period correct. And that is what this head unit does. This, people, is the pretty much brand new Blaupunkt Bremen SQR46 DAB head unit, which is a perfect fit for this car. It is a reissue version of the 80s icon called Blaupunkt Bremen, and they now reissued it with it just looks 100% the same, but it has like all the modern features that you would expect from a head unit of this day. And we can just go through the panel before we talk more about this stuff. But it has like a memory slot there, USB port, auxiliary port there. It also has like additional connectors in the back, like an extra USB port, an extra auxiliary connector, a microphone connector. And the other thing that it's super cool with this head unit is the lighting. You can fine-tune the lighting here on the buttons to suit the car you're mounting it in. And in the Ford Sierra you have this typical mint greenish color, which I have tuned it to be basically almost the same. Also, it has, in addition to the connectivity, it also has like many connectors in the back, like for subwoofer and line out for additional speakers, in addition to the 2 DIN connector in the back. Also, a lot of adjustability when it comes to tuning the audio. Obviously bass and treble, balance and fader. You also have a very nice equalizer, so you can fine-tune the sound to your needs. Also has sub out, so very nice head unit when it comes to all this stuff that is somewhat important, as well as the just the looks of it. Also has DAB plus, obviously, FM, AM. Also has Bluetooth, which is kind of cool. I'm not a real stereo geek, so when it comes to the rest of the system, I tend to be pretty low key when it comes to how I do this. I always just wanted to have sound in the car, and so it's not a high-end stereo build, but I really recommend this head unit if you're into the same thing as me, at least. A head unit that looks original. It doesn't scream like, hey, look at me, I can flash all my lights at you, like many of the year 2000 head units used to do. This is a very plain looking, period correct head unit which suits an older car like this, and it is an icon. I mean, Blaupunkt itself and even the Bremen one was a very high-end unit from back in the day, like German build quality. Even though Blaupunkt these days is a Chinese company, it still is a Blaupunkt. So let me show you the rest of the system. I was able to get hold of a brand new set of these brackets that holds the speakers up front. So I put new speakers on all four corners, and I chose JBL speakers. These up front are 3 1/4 inch size. It's the standard size, so you can't expect a lot of bass from these speakers. So that is why I went on and actually got myself an active sub in addition to the 4 new speakers. And it was just a coincidence. I didn't initially plan to put a sub in this car, but when I saw this JBL Bass Pro SL at my local parts store, I just got a good deal on it and I ended up buying it. And I don't regret it at all. It provides the extra amount of bass that you really want in a car like this, because you know the other speakers are just like, they're just speakers. There's no resonance chamber or bass chambers here. It's just a speaker mounted in a plastic shelf, so there's not a lot of bass coming through these. Many people used to mount 6x9 inch speakers in the rear shelf, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep it as low key as possible, but with a nice sound, and this provides the extra bass that is needed. You can see I've done quite a little hack job here with the mounting of the speakers. I used like nuts to lower the speaker because I had to clear the plastic grill there. The centerpiece of this speaker is protruding too far up, so it will catch the plastic grill there, so I had to lower the speaker a bit to clear that. So at some point, this is just temporary, but at some point I want to make a spacer here to make it a bit more original looking. Here you have the the wiring that I put in. This is covered in like proper electrical tape, like with like fiber reinforced. So it is what we used when I used to work at the Mercedes-Benz dealership when doing warranty work and stuff. So it's the proper wiring tape, so to speak. So I put that on all wires that I put in here. I still have a bit left to do here to make it a bit more hidden, so it don't scream at you with all these colors. Have a bit of work left here. I just screwed it on like temporary into the side here, just to have it like solid mounted. I think I will make a bracket or something, but a couple of extra holes in this plastic cover really doesn't do anything negative to the car in a way. I mean, it's a Ford, there's a lot of unnecessary holes everywhere, like especially if you know these cars, like the front wings, the inner wings or inner wheel houses are full of holes, like for different mounting hardware and stuff. Anyways, another little detail that I noticed, or that I just can't tell you about, that I'm occupied with thinking about when doing stuff like this, is that I did try to mount the wiring that I added through all the original mounting holes and stuff, but the original wiring harness goes up here and it comes down on the A-pillar. I put the wiring on the lower side there and through the sills in a way, so it's not exactly the same, but at least I got it pretty tidy. So one thing I have to say though is, because it's not me farting, it's just like this. One thing I have to say, I wanted to add this one. This is an USB external CD player, but I have some connectivity issues. It does say that the head unit used needs to support WAV files. When I look into the instruction manual on this Blaupunkt head unit, it does say that it supports WAV files, but when I connect it, it says USB error. So if you do have any tips on what can be wrong, I would be very much appreciative to hear from, or I would appreciate you giving me a little hint of of what can be wrong. I have tested this and it does work on a different head unit, and also obviously the USB port is working because I'm using my memory stick or USB stick. So I know the USB port is working there, and I know that this one is working, but I guess I get USB error. So please chime in if you do have a suggestion or a solution. That would be awesome. So that was all I had to show you. I did not fart, it was this. That's good, people. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you liked the video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my future videos. So if you do have any questions, by the way, put them down below in the comment section and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So see you guys later, people. Bye bye bye. See ya.